Hi Mars! So today, we're gonna make my 5-minute ovenless low-carb chocolate cake. If you're excited for this video, make sure to follow my page for more low-carb and healthy recipes. We're starting off with our almond flour. We have 1 1/4 cup of almond flour, or you can also use coconut flour. Next is our 1/2 cup of powdered sweetener, and I used Jetter's Green Dahan powdered pure erythritol. We just have to mix all the dry ingredients first. And then next is our Green Dahan cocoa powder. This one is 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now is our 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And now this is optional, but I highly recommend it because it makes it more chocolatey. That's 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. We just have to give it a good toss before we mix in our wet ingredients. And now for our wet ingredients, we have our 3 egg whites, preferably room temperature egg whites. And then I'm gonna use MCT oil, 1/2 cup for this one, or you can use ordinary coconut oil or avocado oil. And then we have our 1 tablespoon of vanilla flavoring, or you can also use vanilla extract. We just have to mix it all together until all our ingredients are well incorporated. And last, we just have to add in our Himalayan salt. Just a pinch of salt will do. And then I have the silicone molder here, but you can also use whatever on hand you have, or you can use anything you have that are microwavable. I just brushed it with a little bit of coconut oil, and then we're gonna grab our batter, pour it, and fill it about halfway. And by the way, I used 2 silicone molder for this recipe. And then we just have to put them inside the microwave for exactly 2 minutes. And I'm gonna show you how this thing turns out because you're not gonna believe the texture. And then we're gonna flip it onto our cake stand and look at the results. So after that, we just have to set this aside. And now we're gonna do the cream filling. So I have a 1/2 cup of all-purpose cream or heavy whipping cream, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, and 1 tablespoon of powdered sweetener. And again, I used powdered erythritol for this recipe. We just have to use a hand mixer until it forms a stiff peak. And then after that, we're gonna have to put the cream mixture onto our first layer of cake and just spread it evenly. And then put the other cake on top, and then set it aside. And let's make our simple chocolate ganache. I have here the Green Dahan sugar-free chocolate baking cubes. About a 1/2 cup of baking cubes will do. And then add in 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. And this is also available from Jetter's Green Dahan store. We just have to cook them in a medium heat with constant stirring. And once you have this kind of consistency, so our chocolate ganache is now ready. And for our last step, we just have to put our simple chocolate ganache on our cake and just spread it evenly on the cake. And look how beautiful our cake is. So now let's go ahead and cut it so we can see the texture of the cake. Look at how moist the cake turned out. It really looks like a baked cake. It's so super moist inside, and we just have the right sweetness for it. Please don't forget to like and follow my page for more recipes. Stay low carb, mga ma!